Your credit score can make or break your financial future, whether you're trying to buy a house, get approved for a new credit card, or qualify for a lower interest rate. A higher score gives you the power. But how do you actually improve it quickly? Today, I'm sharing 5 proven hacks that will help you boost your credit score that me and others have used in the past. Let's get started. Check out this chart. It shows you exactly how you earn your credit score. First is payment history at 35%. Paying on time is the number one factor. Credit utilization at 30%. So how much of your credit do you actually use is a big factor. Then you have credit history length at 15%. So older accounts help your score. Never close a older account that you've had for years and years. I made that mistake and closed a credit card I had for about 5 years when I was really young. That was a big mistake. New credit increase at 10%. So too many hard increase can really hurt your score. And then rounding it out is credit mix. So having a bunch of different types of accounts definitely helps. Now that you have kind of a general idea of how your credit score is built, let's look at the hacks. Hack 1 is stop using your credit card to the max and lower your utilization as much as possible. You want to make sure that when this card reports to the credit bureau, it is utilized under 10%. That is ideal. But if you have to, don't go over 30. You want to be under 30 at all times, no matter what. Ideally, again, 10%. But if you have to, 30 and under can work. Here's a few pro tips on this. If you have a lower credit limit, you can use it more than the 30%, but you want to make multiple payments throughout the month. You can make as many payments as you want. Just keep it below that 30% at all times. And ideally before your actual statement post, make sure you're under 10. And another quick hint on this, you can ask for a credit limit increase that will instantly boost your utilization. Number 2 is the payment hack. And this is definitely my favorite hack by far out of all of them. Instead of making one large payment every month, what you'll do is make 2 smaller payments, but one payment right before the statement date and then another second payment right before the due date.
What? What are you talking about?
Biggest reason you want to do this is because the statement date is the actual date your credit bureau is receiving the information from your bank. So instead of paying on the due date, you want to pay before the statement date so it lowers your balance right before it gets sent to the credit bureaus. A couple quick notes on this one. So it's going to affect your utilization and it's going to make sure you're always on time. So the 2 most important factors are being taken care of by this hack. That's why it's my favorite one. Okay, hack number 3, and this one's going to kind of depend on a few things out of your control, but bear with me here. It's to become an authorized user on a friend or family member's credit card. So you need a friend or family member that has a credit card that they've had for quite a few years. You want at least 2 or 3 years of them having this card. You also want a higher credit limit and for them to not be using this card much. You don't want them to have lower utilization. I guess they could be using the card. You just want them to have lower utilization on this. So what this is going to do is 1, more than likely lower your utilization because they are using it low, and it will more than likely raise your credit limit by quite a lot, which is huge. You want the highest credit limit you can show on your credit report. So if they have a very good limit, this will help.
That is so cool.
The nice thing about this hack is it's been around for a while and it still works really well. And there's no like approval needed for this. All you need is a friend or family member that has a card and they're willing to put you on it. As soon as they do it, it's easy. You don't have to go through like underwriting process to get approved to be put on the card. If your friend says you can be on the card, you can be on the card. So a couple of key benefits on this one that are really cool is you are basically inheriting good credit from your friend or family member, which you did not work for.
I'm taking this.
You don't get a hard inquiry or any sort of credit check in return. You are helping build your credit history with this without even getting an actual new card. All right, so hack 4. Hack number 4 is going to be get a credit line increase. And this will be a lot easier if you were able to achieve the other steps we just went over. But essentially what this will do is, of course, increase your utilization. But not only that, when you get approved for something like this, it is a big plus on your credit.
I like the sound of that.
Once you get one increase, you'll more than likely start to get others on your other cards. So it will just compile to then lower your utilization even more and really start to raise your score.
Give me a hell yeah.
A couple key benefits with this one is you are not getting a hard inquiry about 99 out of 100 times. Unless you have a really, really tough credit history and you're with a really bad creditor, more than likely you're not getting a hard inquiry for a credit line increase. One thing to kind of look out for though is you do not want to overdo this. Like if you're requesting a credit line increase, that is fine. If you're denied, give it a couple months. Don't do it month after month after month. Creditors look at that and it's not looked at in a positive note at all.
No deal, no dice, shot at and missed, shit on and hit.
So make sure if you're going to request a credit line increase, you do it once every few months. What I'm really saying is just don't abuse this system. Okay, our last hack, number 5, is going to be remove errors and remove collections. Now this one's a little bit more in depth. So for this one, you have to kind of assess your own credit situation. So what I will say about errors is about 1 in 5 credit reports have some sort of error.
What the hell?
That could be like a wrong missed payment, even a submitted missed payment, like giving you a 90-day late versus a 30-day late, or even reporting a balance incorrectly, or maybe even an account that is not even yours could show up on your credit. You need to look over your credit history and make sure that everything on your credit and on your credit report is accurate. Now, the next part of this is collections. So collections is very tricky. So there are a couple different ways to look at this. Some people say you just never pay bill collectors ever. It'll fall off your report in 7 years. You just have to deal with it. I say not so much. There are situations. Now, what I say is you have to do research on the collection company that's contacting you, because if you do that, you might find that that collection company will let you pay for the debt for them to delete it off your report. And if they do that sort of thing, you will skyrocket your credit score immediately. This happened to me young. I was 20, 21, 22, something like that. And I had a collection on report that was about $800 for a Capital One card that I opened at 18 and maxed out and never paid. That's what happened.
Are you that stupid?
It was a dumb mistake, but I figured out that, yeah, I was in collections. Didn't want to be in collections for another 6 years or whatever it was at the time. Did a lot of research on the company, found a bunch of forums, and I think Reddit and some other forums around that time. And this collection company was known to being a pay for delete. So you have to negotiate with the collection company. You have to be confident enough to be able to negotiate and talk about that. So most of them won't lower the price if they're going to delete it. And most of them won't put it in writing either. You just have to really research and see if anyone has been successful at doing this before. Make some posts, get some replies from people that have had experiences with that collection company in the past, and see if you can do that. Because if you can, you'll pay that off. And like I said, sky's the limit for your credit score from there. Personally, I remember my score going from like a 580 to a 670 in the matter of a week from when I paid to delete the collection and it fell off.
Pretty doggone amazing if you ask me, but
if you pay a collection company that's a crappy one and you didn't do your research on them saying that they would do a pay for delete and then they don't delete it, don't come here yelling at me. Do your research on this. So there you have it, the 5 best hacks of boosting your credit score quickly. Let me know what you guys think of the tips and tricks, and if you're going to try any of them, let me know in the comments. Or if there's some other hack that I didn't think of that you think should have been here, let me know below so I can maybe review it, maybe do a video on that one. But we are here to stay, so give us a like and give us a subscribe so we can continue to grow and make content like this. Again, 3 or 4 videos a week coming out of this channel, so hope to see you guys in the next video.